They refuse to listen to you. Now they are haunted by your absence. They refuse to listen when you spoke honestly about your feelings. Whenever you tried to explain your needs, they waved you off or changed the subject. They assumed your silence meant agreement, so they continued ignoring your voice. They acted like your thoughts were noise they could mute at will. At first, you tried harder to be heard. You changed your tone and timing, hoping they would hear your concerns. You thought patience and understanding would make them value your perspective. You made excuses for their lack of attention, telling yourself it was stress or distraction. But they kept interrupting or dismissing you when you asked for conversations. They accused you of creating drama. They rolled their eyes at your pain and told you to stop being sensitive. They used silence to control you and made you feel small for asking to be seen. Slowly, you learned to stop sharing with them. Each rejection taught you that trying harder only hurts you. You started withholding your stories and dreams. You listened to yourself instead of expecting their validation. You began to recognize that ignoring you was not a sign of love, but a form of emotional control. You chose peace over persuasion. You stopped explaining your value to someone determined to overlook it. You pulled away to protect your heart. You spent your energy on people who listened and cared. You found support in friends who respected your voice and made you feel heard. They noticed your distance only after you stopped trying. They felt the sudden quiet in their life. The person they once ignored was no longer there to comfort them. Their house felt so empty without your laughter. Now they are haunted by the silence they created. They replay the times you tried to talk while they looked away. They remembered dismissing you and feel a cold regret. They searched their minds for the words they never let you finish. They realized that every ignored plea was a step towards losing you. Without you, they feel the weight of their choices. They try to fill the void and with noise, but it only reminds them of your absence. They thought refusing to listen would give them control, but it only ensured they wouldn't be alone. They feel isolated because the person they silence is gone. Their nights are restless with memories of how they treated you. Meanwhile, you are healing with people who value you. You speak freely without fear of dismissal. You learned that your voice matters and deserves respect. You understand that walking away was necessary for your peace. You grow stronger knowing you were not too much. They were too unwilling to listen. They refused to listen, and now they are haunted by your absence. Their regret is a result of their own actions. Your silence is not a weapon, but a boundary. They must sit with consequences of ignoring you. The loneliness they feel echoes the empty conversations they never allowed you to have. If this is your first time coming across this phase, this is Alice. Kindly subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell for more. And to my returning subscribers, I love you all so much. God bless you.